Hello everyone, this is a brief demonstration video of the Panoptic Automation Solutions Instrument Index tool. Name yet to be determined. This tool we developed in-house to assist our engineers in instrumentation and automation with a single place that was cloud-based to enter instrumentation and create datasheets and manage instrumentation. The intent for this was we would have the ability to do the work from any location and again supporting our whole philosophy of how we execute our work with doing cloud-based instrumentation and engineering, automation, everything that we do. So this is the website. I'll put the link in the YouTube video in the comments section, but we'll log in here. I'll just show you briefly what this site can do. When we log in, the first page you get to is the Manage Instruments page. So this page will show you all your projects that are available for you to view depending on your access level. Instrumentation, the users, the projects, and list items are the things that can be managed from this here. Manage users allows you to add, remove users, and change passwords, update information. Roles, there's three currently roles. There's administrator, manager, and user. Obviously different access for different types of role. There's going to be also a read-only role for the client for just looking at data sheets, looking at the index, and being able to print and export. Projects allows you to manage the projects. You can add, create, duplicate projects. Here you can see we've got one project right now. We add a new project, you get to create the project name, the project number, and of course this project number is our internal project numbering system. It's used also in our tracking and all the documentation that we issue on the project. You can change project access for different users. You select a project, you can add, remove users from the access. List items is about the items used in the drop-down lists within the index. So we can take the common project list, which is the global list that all projects get, or specific to a certain project, and then we can look at an individual list and we can change service description, we can change calibration EU type, IO type, for example. All of these can be set up in this area for a project or for the common items. So this is a new project is created. These are the new items that are added at the start. Copy list items is used to copy lists from one project to another project. So if you've created a new project and it's really a copy of an existing project, you can come in and copy all the list items. You can copy any lists you want. It can be the P&ID numbers, the instrument types, equipments. So if you're doing a project in an existing facility that was another project, you can copy those items from that project into this project, and now you're able to just select them instead of having to re-enter the equipments or the P&IDs. In the Instruments page under Manage Instruments, here we're going to go into the Instrument Index. We get to see the instrumentation in an index view, and you can change, the column widths. You can freeze different locations of columns. The instrumentation itself has got the standard fields for all of the instrument index, anything that you would require. You can filter based on any field in the instrument index, and you can sort as well by clicking on the header. If you want to, some of these have drop downs where you get to select from a drop down item. Some of these are text only enters, so for example your service, obviously you want to manually enter that. P&ID numbers though, you might be entering them from a drop down list. Anything with a drop down list you can't enter in data that's not in the list already. So you have to go back to the Manage List Items and edit your list from there. Definitely want to do that to keep your consistency in your data quality. So we've got I/O type, we've got signal type, wattage system, I/O address, your calibration information, manufacturer model. We're also going to have in here the junction box, home run cable, wiring terminations in the JB. So now you've got your instrument index created. Over to the right here under datasheet, you select your datasheet type, and then once you've got your datasheet type selected, you click on edit datasheet, and the datasheet then opens up, and you're able to set these values that are selectable. Ones that aren't are copied from the instrument index, and these fields, even though it's cut off, it actually does exist, it's just not shown in this view. But you set your process data, you can all the standard fields in a instrument data sheet, adding notes. Once you're done and you're ready to issue the data sheet, say we want to do Rev A and we're going to issue it for quotation, you select archive, and I won't do it because this is a live data sheet, but we select archive, you put in the revision number, the date, and the description, issued for purchase, or issued for quote, or issued for information. Then you can go up and print the data sheet, and the data sheet normally would print correctly. However, this one didn't turn out correct, but we will fix it. Normally you'd be able to print it, and they do normally look good. Then you go in and continue to archive, continue working on, print your data sheets. You can also export the entire instrument index, and it comes out in Excel CSV format. So then you're able to take the data and just paste it into your instrument index template and issue your instrument index at that point in time. Freezing of columns, going full screen, reloading the grid in case you've got something that you've changed the list or whatever is not showing up. Click on reload the grid. You can change the number of rows that you're viewing at a time. Over by the bar on the right hand side, we'll be able to select and drag down and load and look at the instrumentation. So now you can see there's 50 line items and there's only 2 pages. And lastly is the copy instruments function. So here you can take a source project and select an instrument that you say want in another project, and then select the target project, which of course it's the same as I only have the one project, and copy the instrument over. So if you've got an instrument with a data sheet that you've already completed and you think that that's a very similar type data sheet or object for the new project, you copy it over. The archive data sheets don't come, just the current live version of the data sheet comes along with the project, and then when you go back to your new project, it will be in there, and you'll be able to open it up and begin that archiving process again. But all your process data, all your fields for the configuration of the instrument will be in there. And that's a pretty brief summary of how this instrument index works, and hopefully we'll have lots of good luck with it in the future. I hope this video was good for everybody. Thank you, and have a good day.